It is Foot Trading's first birthday in March, and as our way of saying thank you to the insane support we've had for the last year, we are giving away your choice of an Xbox Series S or a PlayStation 5 digital to one lucky site subscriber. All you've got to do is be subscribed on the 31st of March in order to be entered automatically. Now, as a reminder, Tier 1 costs £10 a month, and that gives you access to buying and selling prices for special cards, for icons, for silvers, and for Thursday flips. So much stuff on the website, I'm forgetting what we do. And Tier 2 includes live filters, UCL cards, gold chem styles, and fluctuations, with more to be added in the coming days and weeks. There are multiple updates every day on the site, allowing you to trade 24 hours a day, no matter what time zone you are. Don't forget, if you do subscribe to the website, make sure you join the Discord. There are thousands of people in there helping each other to trade and make the most of it. We've got mods, you've got Dan and I, you've got trusted traders, all the stuff you could possibly want to make millions of coins on this game without having to spend any of your money on FIFA points. So good luck to everyone that enters, and once again, thank you very much for the amazing support we've had. You guys allow us to do this full time. We're extremely thankful, and we never lose sight of that. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe down below. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. 3 a day on this channel, morning, League SBC, Method to Glory. We recently finished crafting the Prime/Mid icon pack for free by using that method. And at the moment, we're waiting to decide what we grind to next. There's nothing on the game at the moment that gets me overly excited, so we're just going to see how things go and basically move from there. The evening video is a trading video. We tend to run series on this channel like trading to this player or trading to X amount in a week, etc, etc, etc. At the moment, it's a lot of how-to, guys. I want to break down the trading for you guys a bit more, show you what I'm doing, show you how I think when I'm trading, so you guys can sort of do what I'm doing and I guess engage with that side of the trading, so you're able to put that into your own ways of trading, if that makes sense. I think some of the videos are getting a bit too you guys copying exactly who I'm buying. And so I want to try and show you how you don't need to do that and how you can actually look at the market yourself. And the midnight content is a mixture of packs, picks, all that sort of stuff. Yesterday we had the what if guarantee packs. Whatever you do, go back and watch them. They were ridiculous. We pulled probably the best one out of all of them, so make sure you check it out. But basically, I was in Discord this morning and talking about how the market was very, very low. Obviously I've been talking a lot recently about mid-level metas and FODDER and that sort of stuff, and I was talking about making a play on the market tonight once we saw what happened at 6 PM, and someone said, can you basically record that and show us what you did, what your thoughts were. A lot of people were asking about specific players that I was going for, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm trying to avoid doing that in these videos at the moment. I noticed that if I do something on stream or if I do it in a video, a lot of you guys go and do the exact same thing and use the same player, and it does mess up filters. A lot of you guys aren't patient with yourselves, a lot of you aren't patient with your buys, and so I'm not in the mindset to be like, hey, I'm going to go and buy this card and you should buy them too. I never like that anyway, because I think it pumps up investments. But moreover, I think with these sort of videos, I'll show you what I've done once I've done it. And then when you guys see the same trends in the market, you can do it. So with that in mind, you can see I'm currently sat on 5 million coins, but we don't actually have 5 million coins because I've gone out and bought quite a few cards tonight in terms of investments. Now, the market has been really, really low over this whole weekend, and I've not really seeing that much of a reasoning for it. Promos tend to see some cards dip down, but some of the cards that have dipped down, specifically the ones that are on my transfer list, I'm surprised by, put it that way. So I've gone and bought into all these cards. Now I'll give you an idea of what we paid for these cards, so you've got an idea. These Delaney's, we bought into it like 96 to 102 on those ones there. On the next page, we bought into them 100, 100, 100. Where's a 92 one? It was a 92. Did I say 92 already? I think there's 92 Delaney's somewhere. Did I show you it? Because I was very happy with that buy, but where is it? Where's my 92? There he is. 92 there. So in and around, anywhere between 92, which is the lowest, in around 100k max is what you pay for those. These Valverde's, bought into 89, 84, 87 and 90. These Leventes, one at 80, one at 80.5, with a striker on it, one at 79.5. And the Monato's been the big play that I've gone for tonight. I've watched him come down all weekend. He has just come down and down and down. And I saw that drop stopped happening maybe about an hour ago. And so I waited and I've gone and bought and started buying a few of them. So 83, 80, 82, 82, 80, 81, 81, 80. Next page of them, we've got 78, 80. Again, I think through nothing really above 80. The biggest one we paid was 83, which is a bit of an error. But the rest of them all maximum sort of 80, 81 thousand coins. Now, if I show you Renato Sanchez's graph, and I'll show you why I've been looking at him, because if we look at FUTBIN, so this is Renato Sanchez card here, right? This is his graph for the last few days. It has just been down and down and down and down and down, and really pronounced down there over this promo. And to me, this is saying the people that had him maybe sold him to get other cards or do whatever it was with him and replace him. And there's no way, in my opinion, he stays this low. He's rocketed down from last weekend, being at 209 on PlayStation and 132 on Xbox, to now being 86 on Xbox and 135 on PS. So for me, he's holding low, and so I'm taking a punt. This is 100% a punt, but I've waited, I've watched him all weekend, and now I'm happy to be buying in. And this is what you've got to look for when you're looking at investments or you're trying to buy into the market, is the moment when this stops happening and you start to see the market leveling out. That's usually a sign that it probably will bounce back. There's no guarantees, no point in lying to you. What I'm doing is a punt here. There's no sort of, oh, he's an expert and knows the stuff. There is a degree of what I'm seeing and stuff I've done before, of course. But there's also a degree of, I'm basically banking on the fact the market's going to bounce back. Again, Lorente here, last week 122k and down as low as 99 yes on Xbox. He's now sitting at 81k. This card's a very good card. It's a very good, well-rounded card, very usable. He is very low, very, very low at the moment. And if I'm buying in at 80s and I get 90 for him, I'm looking at 5k a card, which is a nice play on him. And again, the same can be said for Valverde. Another card who's absolutely falling off a cliff. But if you look at Valverde here again, 85 and 105 there. And again, if you look at the last month, he was relatively stable at like 118, 127 there, came down a little bit, bounced back, and then just fell off a cliff. And literally is falling down to 90. And it's just continual with them at the moment. I just don't think they can keep falling. I think there's going to be some form of buying at some point, and I'm banking on that buying coming now. No guarantee. And my hope is that I'm able to sell these cards tomorrow, but there's no guarantee that we will be able to sell them tomorrow. I'm just going to buy into these now. I've gone relatively decent in terms of price range on these cards, because I don't mind holding those on my transfer pile for a little bit. I've got no qualms holding these for a day or two, just to see what they're going to do. But that's really what you've got to look for. And I saw someone comment yesterday and say to me, have you got any trading tips for people that don't have hours to trade? And I was sort of like, this doesn't take long. Legitimately, it does not take long. If you see the market low, you go check the price. Go away the game for the day. Come back. Is it still like that? Nope, it's not like that. It's not a climb. Cool. I missed my buying point. Or yes, it's still falling. My buying point is now here. And so this is what I've been doing the weekend. It doesn't take a genius to do it. It doesn't take anyone with incredible brain power to do it. It's just about keeping an eye on the market, and it doesn't take long. I can promise you that now. Most of the trading tips that I give you guys are tips that can be used at any point and can be done at any point. And it doesn't take long for you guys to learn this stuff. You've just got to be willing to learn. But also, bluntly, you've got to be willing to take a chance sometimes. You've got to look at something and think, actually, that card's very, very low. Is it going to stay that low? Why is it that low? Can I see anything in the game that says it's going to be that low? Is there something to replace Renato Sanchez on the game at the moment? Not really. Is there something to replace Lorente on the game at the moment? The what-ifs are there, but do they really affect the price of these cards that much? In my opinion, no. So I've gone and spent those coins there. I think we're at about 3 million-ish spent, maybe a bit less than actually, maybe 2.5 million. I don't know exactly how much. But we're going to see where we're at afterwards. You've seen the price we bought these cards at, and basically when you see me next, you'll see what we've sold them at. I'm hoping it's a next day, so I'm buying these on Sunday. I'm hoping it's a next day sale to sell them on Monday. If it's not, and it's a sale on Tuesday, whatever, this video will go live on that day. But it's me showing you guys the trading tips. It's me showing you what you should be doing and me putting it into action to show you if it pays off or if it doesn't. Who knows? I'll be right back. Alright guys, good morning. From me, it is the next morning obviously. And we're back up at 6.14 million. Now we'll talk about these cards here in a second in terms of what we did with those. They weren't really fluctuations, they're normal special card trading. But really good sales overnight. Delaney's been the one that sort of let me down so far. We did get a Valverde sold at 97, and then Renato did absolutely sensationally. Like, he did absolutely brilliant. This morning, some of the prices have come down, but that's fine. I'll be able to list them still for very good profit. Just sort of waiting for the market to settle. But these were just, obviously, once I'd done my fluctuation trading, I still sat there for a little bit trading. I was helping my brother with prices, and then I saw a few deals myself, so we picked some up. This Lucas, I think, was a 76k pickup for an 89 sale. Leeds Malou was a 70... No, it was like 76k as well. I think Leeds Malou might be lower than that, actually. But 86 sale. The Zaha's were 90s. These actually probably were more in fluctuations. These were 90 buys, sell for 100 and 102. The Poor 2s both 110k, 125 and 126 on those. And then obviously we've got some stuff that hasn't sold, which is normal and that's completely fine. So bit by bit, I'll adjust their prices down. Now I've worked out an average of about, give or take, 7k profit, because some of the cards obviously sold for more, some of them sold for less. So about 7k profit after tax. At the moment, we're looking at something in the region of about, give or take, that's something else, give or take about 230, 240,000 coins after tax so far. Now I've still got to sell the rest of them, and they will still sell for profit, it'll just be slightly less profit. Some of these cards may rise in the coming 24 hours as the market settles down from whatever happened this weekend. But I don't really like or fancy holding these cards for any longer than I'm holding them for right now, purely because I'd rather take my profit out and reinvest it somewhere else. That's the way I tend to trade. I don't see the point in sitting on 2 million coins of cards in the hope that you make an extra 1k, 2k a card. So extra sort of, I don't know, 20, 30k here, where if I get out the stuff I've got for the profit I've got, those coins can then be reinvested into new stuff that might be lower and making more profit in the long term. So that's where we're at with that at the moment. I'm going to assume that's one of the Renato Sanchez's, so it is at 88. So we're listing these up now. So some of these are going to be quite good profit. Some of them are going to be 2 or 3k profit depending on what I pay for them. But either way, it's still very solid profit. Still a very, very good night's work. But as we sell more, I'll come back to you today. Something to note again, and I always tell you guys this, make sure you reward trade. Squad Battle Rewards came out this morning. Silvers are quite low anyway, so there's no risk in the silvers, but UCLs took a hammering this morning, and they'll probably hold quite low for the next 24 hours. Well, not the next 24 hours, for the rest of today, basically. What will happen is they will then rise into the hype of UCLs. We look like we're probably going to get marquee matchups on Tuesday, Wednesday. No guarantee of that. But on a Monday, you can always buy into UCLs in the week of a UCL marquee matchups. But my advice to you is always sell them in the hype. So let's say you pick them up for 1.2, 1.3k basic from major leagues. I wouldn't spend any more than that, maximum 1.4 on things like centre backs and centre mids. You sell those in the hype for 2.2k relatively easily, especially on PS, because on PS they get mass listed when the SBC comes out. Always sell them in the hype, but there's usually always a 50% return on investment guaranteed. And if you don't sell them, you can always list to lazies. They will always sell to lazies. But that's something to be mindful of. Always remember to reward card trade, reward trade. Yeah, reward trade. Always remember to reward trade. It's one of the most OP ways to trade. A lot of times when you trade with rewards and things like fodder, you can't lose on them. So long as you're patient, you'll always make a profit on them. So I'm going to keep selling today. I'll come back to you later on. But so far, about 230, 240,000 coins profit. Literally for what has been about an hour's work. I literally spent about half an hour buying these cards and about 10 minutes listing them. So it's easy profit. It doesn't take long to do. As I'm doing this today, I'll be looking at the market, seeing what's going on, helping my brother to trade, all that stuff. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so basically we've sold everything now except for the Delaney's and I think a Valverde, yeah, so that's it basically. The Delaney's we've got a few profits on, but I'm not going to sell these right now. I'm going to leave these till overnight, purely because I know I can get 110 for them overnight, so I don't really want to underlist them based upon where they're at the moment. I think we get more. Sanchez ended up being a sensational play for us. Brilliant play. Most of the cards making between 5 to 8, 9,000 coins profit. And obviously everything else that's sold has done very, very well. So that's basically how you trade with fluctuations. Now I'm going to take a rough stab about, give or take this, what's 4 pages. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's like 10 pages, 45. If you average it out at something in the region of about 7k profit in total, some were more, some were less. So a sort of 7k profit before tax. I think it's probably a little bit more than that. But if we say 7,000 times 45 equals that. So from yesterday's investment, let me clear that out, times 0.95, as a dog walks out of them. We're looking at 300,000 coins profit is what we've made there. So 300,000 coins profit for literally about half an hour's work. And already today, I've restarted again on that grind. I picked up a Jesus Navas, who is an undercut. He was cheaper than he normally is. I know what he sells for, so I've already got him. I'm looking at a few other cards as well. And that's what I'm working with, fluctuations. Sean, my brother, sat next to me. We saw these poor twos sell overnight for 125, and that's a really solid sell for them. Sometimes a little bit more than that. He went on this morning. We saw some 199, so he's bought those. They'll rise with fluctuations, and so basically it's just a case of utilizing what coins you've got in the best way. But understand that this works with absolutely every single card type. If you're low budget, it works with UCLs, golds, silvers. If you're high budget, it works with specials, icons. You've just got to make sure you're monitoring the market and you haven't got to sit there 24/7. Just see what Navas is doing. Okay, he's down. Let me go and buy a few. Have a look at Marquinhos. He's down. And again, as always, like I say, go and check go and check the market sales history on these cards. See what they've been selling for, so you get a rough idea of where you want to buy, where you want to sell. And that really does give you the strength to go, okay, cool, let me go and buy on the market and see what they're doing. But that's the end of the video. If you are new around here, as always, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. 300,000 coins, half an hour's work. You cannot complain with that. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.